Hey guys, FilthyRobot here, back with the Arumba, continuing our tutorial campaign, finally talking about vassalization.
Yes, very exciting.
No, let's go to it. We have released Galicia. We now want to goad them and pump them full of weird animal hormones and other aggressive drugs until they're ready to attack the rest of the peninsula, right?
Yeah, so since we've released them, normally, in most circumstances, you would have a number of cores that you would want to go after, but we don't really get that option because Galicia is a very tiny little nation. But just so you know...
How do we make them make cores? Or make claims, rather?
One quick aside, I did just spend about 1,000 ducats building plantations. They're a type of manufactory, 475 ducats apiece. I don't think we've ever built one of those.
We have not. I heard the money going off, but I wasn't paying much attention to where. I mean, I can see it now over there. So textile manufacturing.
Yep, in Essex and Lincolnshire.
Does that say 1,825 days?
Yeah, they take 5 years to build.
Wow, okay.
What they do is they give you 1 goods produced, which is equivalent to 5 base production. Each point of base production is 0.2, and a plantation or any manufactory will give you a raw local goods produced of +1. They're not that great of a return on investment, but they're useful for institutions, and when you have very, very good trade power in a node like this, where number 1, we're going to get the value from the production itself, which is decent, but number 2, almost all of the value that's generated from trade is going to end up coming back to us as well. So we're getting both sides of the equation. It's more worth it. And I looked through all the other buildings. I didn't see any good options for churches, workshops. I didn't see anything that was too exciting, and there's no more shipyard slots available. We've built them all everywhere.
So you could accidentally build a plantation in an area that doesn't even have... Oh no, it would say requires.
No,
okay.
There's a plantation type for each. It's kind of a weird mechanic that they've got like 6 different types of manufactory.
Yeah.
I guess the reason for that is perhaps they get unlocked at different times in the game or something, but each manufactory covers different trade goods, 2 or 3 or 4 of them. Anyway, okay, back to your question. We released Galicia.
Yep.
Let me just check trade. We're protecting in Lubeck. We're protecting the English Channel. That fleet is mothballed. Okay. So yeah, we released Galicia. We have a vassal. We can now access the vassal tab. The subjects tab. The very far right. Shortcut keys F3. Toward the end of your campaign, you're going to end up with a ton of these guys in here. Whether they are protectorates, colonial nations, trade companies.
Really? Why?
Because you end up getting those things as you blow up and conquer the whole map. So the primary advantage to vassals is that you are able to core land for yourself by using diplo points instead of by using admin points. The way that happens is that you have this vassal, right? He exists, he has a core. Once you've had a vassal and they've been your vassal for 10 years, you are allowed to do something called annex vassal. So if you right-click on Galicia, in the influence actions section, the second one down is called annex vassal. It'll show you the date. You are not allowed to offer this before 13 December 1588. So that is your mark for how long you've had them as a vassal.
Yep.
In order to do it, they have to have 190 opinion of you, which 9 times out of 10 is very easy to obtain because unlike normal improve relations, where you have a cap of +100, subjects you can improve by +200. So if you improve relations with them, you can get 200 opinion, but it takes a while to get up there. So it's very easy to get them to like you a lot. You'd have to do some rather specific things to make them hate you, like, you know, the mass genocide of their people or something. And then follow it up with vassalizing them for some strange reason. But you'll notice the estimation for the annexation is 72 diplo points rather than admin points. When you vassalize and then integrate them like this, you end up spending 8 diplo points per development instead of the base 10 admin points per development through coring, and you automatically get a full core upon annexation. So not only do you spend a little bit less than with coring, but you also spend a different monarch point.
Okay.
Beyond that, because they have their own set of diplomats, their own army, their own generals, their own monarch points, they will be more likely to do development, buildings, fabricate their own claims. They have their own internal, like, claim limit. You know how every time you fabricate a claim on a country, the cost goes up?
Yes.
If I have 2 claims on England, and Galicia is also bordering them, and I tell Galicia to fabricate a claim on a specific province, then they only pay 20 for their first claim because they didn't have any. So
you end up taking more in a war, kind of. Yeah,
it allows you to kind of get by some of that stuff, and also, more importantly, because they have their own set of diplomats, it frees your diplomats up to do stuff. But you pay for it later on when you integrate them, because it takes a long time to integrate. So in this case, how do we tell Galicia what to fabricate claims on? Very simple. We right-click on our country. We go to the diplomatic feedback screen, shortcut key D, and set the provinces that we want as special interest. This will basically indicate to our vassal that this is land we want, therefore this is land you want. If we hadn't done this, they would probably still fabricate a claim, but it would be less focused and less often. This specifically tells them, you're being very pugnacious here, Filthy. You want all of this?
Mm-hmm.
So right. Now he can only fabricate on stuff that borders him, so he's going to go after like Asturias, Leon, Braganza, Porto, Coimbra, and Lisboa. He'll eventually get those claims. Once he has those, we can attack. Okay. What else does the vassal do? Back to the subject screen. He is paying us 0.28 ducats, which is 37.4% of their monthly tax. At the bottom...
What determines that number?
At the bottom, I was going to get there. At the bottom of the subject screen, you can see colony income, vassal income. Hovering over the 37.4, you can see that the base value is 10%. Our government type gives us a bonus to 25%, and our high legitimacy gives 2.4% increase. Annoyingly, vassals only give you 37.4% of their income, tax income. They don't give you any of their production or any of their trade, so only their actual taxation.
So it's a pretty small number then.
Yeah, you don't really get much from them. You can see more information about Galicia by clicking on him in the list. You can see his income, his total development, his current manpower, his sailors. Haha. Why would you care?
I don't see sailors on there. No, I don't see sailors at all. Really? I just see legitimacy. Oh, it does say sailors. It says sailors 0. Never mind. Yeah. Okay. Seems a weird one to have in there.
Yeah.
Top priority sailor information.
A lot of his numbers, we need to go 1 month before they get updated, like income, expenses, and stuff. The focuses allow you to kind of influence how the vassal will interact when he's in war. You can tell him to follow your army, go try to siege down provinces on his own, just stay in his own land and leave the war alone, etc. And then you have these other interactions similar to estates where you can do stuff with them. We are reformed. He got released as Catholic. He was released as Catholic because more than 50% of the cores that were released had Catholic as the dominant religion. Galicia was owned by Spain. Spain is Catholic, ergo Galicia is Catholic. So when we released him, he was released as Catholic. So he's the wrong religion. We could say, hey, you are reformed now. If we did that, it would make him less happy. His liberty desire would go up by 50%, which would make him disloyal. He would no longer help us in wars, no longer pay us taxes, but he still is our vassal. And eventually that penalty would go away. We could tell him to embargo our rivals, which also makes him a little bit more desirous.
Does liberty desire always... Okay, if I mouse over it, it does say... Okay, so it will tick down sometimes and tick up in other cases, depending on what's going on. Okay.
Yep. You can pay off their debt, you can grant them lands, you can grant them cores and claims. In this case, really the only thing I'd consider doing is enforcing religion, just so that they automatically turn that into a reformed area down there.
Okay, do we wish to do that then?
Yeah, sure, why not? So when you enforce religion, his liberty desire is going to go up by 50%.
Yeah.
When you hover over, now you see we have a rebellious vassal, that red alert. He's at 51% liberty desire, and when you hover over it in the subject screen, you can see the breakdown of how he got there. Their relative power gives him plus 2.9. His opinion of us gives minus 3, so 1/10 of his opinion. What'd you just do to...
I didn't do anything. I didn't touch the thing.
Well, it just went down by 5% already.
Yeah, I know, and the game is paused. How is it doing anything?
It's because his opinion is actually 50 higher because it just updated vassal plus 50. So his opinion's showing as 30, but it's actually higher now. By interacting with him, we caused the game to do an update, and that's why it's... Yeah, so he's loyal again.
Okay.
Anyway,
when he's disloyal, will we do anything different? Will we still honor everything?
Well, it tells you right in the tooltip. He will no longer desire... He will no longer... No, actually, it doesn't tell you what he'll do. He won't help you in war, so his army will just sit around doing nothing. He will not help you, even if it's for his own claims. He'll just sit there. He will pay no taxes to you. And he will potentially seek out allies for support independence. Remember when Sweden wanted independence from Denmark? He'll try to do that. He'll try to find people to help him get freedom. The enforced religion plus 50% is going to tick down at 0.1% every month.
Okay.
So we improve relations with him, we sit around, and that's about it. Let's go ahead and, unpause.
Yep.
Some time goes by or something.
That's good.
As a naval power, we must have a big enough fleet. We need more heavies, apparently. Oh, that's right, I sank them all again, didn't I?
Yes.
Hey,
Teaches me how to lose naval wars.
we beat the crap out of Spain, and that's all that matters.
Okay.
All right. He's back to being... Oh, interesting. Alliance breaking. We haven't seen this before.
Okay. Have we not?
No.
Okay.
So, this is because we took Caw from England.
Oh, our alliance breaking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is a good one to talk about too, because I have, in one of my campaigns, I have this, it flashes up nonstop, but never for more than like 1/10 of a second, and I can't fucking figure out how to tell that that is a problem and how to fix it. So like I can go and I can see...
Okay, actually no, it's not because we took Caw, it's because you said you want all of Spain. You set
Really?
as special interest, you set as there's provinces that you want that are the same as what France wants. So now our
so
goals
we're gonna
are...
show diplomatic feedback on... Okay, so I see that Spain, France has claimed a bunch of Spain, so that's probably part of the problem there. But show me where we see that. Like, show me where it identifies that as a problem. So I can do that if I look at what they want and I look at what we want. I can see they're both red, so they're both important to both of us. But where does it tell me? Where do I get the feedback that says France is not pleased about that?
It tells you that they desire Caw because we own it, but because we don't own any of Spain, it doesn't really have any kind of input saying this is specifically
And also,
what it
says
is.
The modifier for cause 0. They want your provinces.
It's a very small development, compared to what we want or what we have. So that number is rounding down to 0. Normally it's going to be 1, 2, 3, sometimes 300 because they want everything you own. So to fix the problem, all you have to do is just go back down to our provinces that we want. I'm going to unflag the stuff that France wants.
Okay.
Okay, we'll tell...
But how would you... Okay, but you don't see that anywhere. So I mouse over the French opinion of Great Britain is modified by blah, 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 blah. There's nothing in there that says negative from setting those provinces as something we care about. And if I look at their diplomatic... And if I mouse over the little like flags next to their opinion of us, France views Great Britain as a valuable ally, it says. So where the hell do I get the information that that's the problem? Because I've got one right now where I don't know what the hell the problem is. I don't border them. I don't have similar lands. Like, so I have no idea why they want to break their alliance. And it still tells me all this stuff that I can look at for diplomatic feedback tells me, oh, yeah, you're great. So where do I see that? Or do I not? Do I not have that information available to me?
I would look to two or three things come to mind. Number one is, do you have claims or do you have land that you want that they also want? That's a point of conflict. Mm-hmm. Do you own their land, like land that they already have claims on, or do you have land that they have cores on? That'll break an alliance quicker than anything. Are you low opinion? You know, we have 150 opinion with France right now, so we're pretty good. I would probably top off relations just to make sure that that's not the issue.
Okay.
A royal marriage helps to keep them happy. If in theory...
Because that's a relationship modifier. I mean, you can see royal marriage under the French opinion of Great Britain is modified by royal marriage plus 25.
It's both. It gives plus opinion, but it also gives like minus 5% or 10% or some modifier that's hidden for them wanting to like break relationships. Because remember, if you break a royal marriage, it costs stability. Mm-hmm. The AI doesn't want to do that. They don't want to take the stab hit by turning on you because now they've got a relationship tied up with someone they're not allied to. So by having that solidified relationship, it helps to keep the alliance firm. In theory, if you have more than 90 trust, they will never break the alliance ever. I don't ever trust that because I've seen too many examples of the AI ignoring that and breaking it anyway and just immediately turning you, like, what they'll do is like, tomorrow he'll set us as a rival, break the royal marriage, and then done. We've been allies for 300 years, he doesn't care. So I don't trust that, but I'm 90%...
47 favors with France, holy shit.
Yeah. I'm 90% sure the reason is because you set everything as special interest or vital interest down in Spain. So let's wait 1 month and see what happens. And in that 1 month, we will improve relations with France if we can.
Yep. I think we can.
And it's
Still
gone.
Doing that flickering shit though, right?
Yep,
but it popped up again.
But it's gone now, and I don't think we're going to see it again. Okay, so we know we're over the relationship limit. I'm going to keep the states one open. We could lend troops to Gondottieri. I mean, he's right there. We might as well, since we're not using our men. He's in this massive war. Do you want to... We could lend troops to Picardy and give them to him for practically free, just so we could go beat up on Burgundy, who we hate.
Yeah, although we have to pay for all the reinforcement of that.
True, but it gives us a no truce timer excuse to weaken our rival.
Sure.
Doesn't directly benefit us, and it gives us something to do.
Okay.
You okay with that?
I'm okay. I'm not going to be doing any of that. I have not liked.
We're not going to be doing any of that.
Yeah, exactly. Condottieri or whatever they're called, because it just seems like, for me, it feels like I guess I'm in a couple of positions where my manpower is very weak. So the idea of losing manpower in someone else's war is really abhorrent to me. I guess we have plenty of manpower, so.
All right,
So yeah, if you want to do that, go knock yourself out.
Yeah, I gotta break this army down into a smaller section, though.
That kind of annoyed me about that too. So like, is there any way besides just making it smaller and smaller by like one person by one person by one person until you actually get the price they want to pay for it?
I'm actually not looking at the price. The issue is we can only lend out 25 units at a time, and the stack is 40. So that is 24, 28. All right, I have a stack for them. And I've forgotten all about our leaders. We have a 4-4.
Yeah.
You've been exploring, I see. We'll take the 3-6.
It's a 4-5. The Conquistador is a 4-5. That's not bad. Can't have him. He's making maps, but
yeah, I don't actually want him. I just want to lend troops to this guy so we can just go weaken our rival.
yeah.
I mean, they are paying us some. It's not a huge amount, but it's enough that we're actually profiting by having the army lent out.
Until we have to reinforce.
So I raised maintenance because on the army because we had someone join the coalition, which made me think that they thought we were weak. When people join the coalition, they're very likely to.
Do you have to pay monthly maintenance on rented for morale on rented out units?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So that's even less of a good deal than it initially sounds like.
Yeah, but they give you the 18 months up front, and then after the 18 months, they give you the stipend, which covers the cost. You're still paying less. You're always paying less. Yeah, we are seeing that flickering here again. It's probably related to taking Ka and the contested borders down in Spain.
Damn, I wish there's some indicator so I could have that, like, figure out what I need to adjust, because it's just popping up all the time doesn't really tell us all that much, you know?
Yeah. Oh, hey, we have no focus turned on right now with 35 fervor. Probably trade focus would be good.
Sure.
Interestingly, oh wait, Burgundy, we are hostile to Burgundy's ships. Thinking that we weren't for a second.
Suppose they're not going to ever attack our ships, right? Even if we have the
actually
we load out to them?
Yeah, actually they could.
They could? How can they attack our ships when we're not at war with them?
Because we're hostile to them via the Condottieri aggressing.
Can they attack our other army? Or the non-Condottieri?
No. I'm not even sure, actually, if they could fight our ships, because they're showing as hostile in the Halagoland Bight, but...
They show us yellow there.
Yeah, yellow's hostile. It's like a temporary... They're not red because we're not at war, they're yellow or orangish because we are hostile. They would be gray if they were neutral. So, yeah, our ships are protecting trade in that province, but they're sitting in one sea tile, which is really weird. Oh, hey, there's the coalition war.
Okay. So we just rented out troops.
Yep.
Alright, who's attacking us? I guess I'll go have a look. Hold on. It's like a third of Europe.
That's not much. Look at how much we have on our side compared to their side. It's pathetic. They shouldn't have done that. That's a bad idea on their part.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to unmothball the ships, and we do need to make some more ships. I need to queue up some more heavies so we can finish this mission.
Yeah. Because, I mean,
oh man,
you don't have enough heavies. What are you gonna sink every time you have a naval fight?
I am going to continue to complain every single time we play that the whole some provinces being cheaper than others is a stupid mechanic, and they should change it back.
That was getting changed at some point.
Well, it had been this way, and then they got rid of it, and then they added it back again. And I think it was just poor thought, poor thinking to add it back again. I don't like it at all. Well, France is not going to be willing to break the alliance, not while we're allies in a war. Again, being allies in a war means that they would lose stab if they did it, so that thing's going to stop flickering on us for now.
Good.
We have... That's a rather sizable Burgundian army there.
Bohemia's got a nice army running around over there too, but Bohemia's our army, our friends. Yeah, that 35k there. You gonna join that 2-stack, get baited in for the 40-stack?
Nope. We're gonna sit here and wait. I want to keep the condottieri near the 16. We're hostile to both sides, so even though the condottieri are rented out, if the condottieri fought the Palatinate and the Edge, they should fight like together as one big army. So I'm hoping to finish the Siege of Picardy and then combine the armies up again so we have our nice 40 stack. Hey, you finished a province. Colonial Nation. Colony.
Should we talk about that?
Yeah, sure. So
should it be next episode?
I suppose. We should also consider turning our forts on, by the way. Some of them.
Yeah.
The mainland forts, the island forts, do we need those? Probably not.
Probably not.
We have 5 out of 9 active. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, we have like no unrest in our primary territory. We could actually get rid of those forts if we don't want to pay for them, but
sure,
whatever. Anyway, okay, fine. You brought us in, so we'll cliffhanger the Colonial Nation discussion.
It's not cliffhangering. This is going to be a discussion that takes a few minutes, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, next time then.
See you in a bit.
Thanks for watching.